it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
Good morning. Again, I've got a light that thought it'd make like a halo around my head, but it didn't. Anyway, grocery haul Friday. Fridays are actually a really busy day for us now. Actually, so are Wednesdays, because we do go to drop off a little bit earlier. My son's been asking to do like before school care to play with one of his friends there. Well, a couple of his friends there actually. And it actually worked out quite beneficial for me. I'm like, yep, okay, you go. So my day actually starts really early. So grocery hauls are probably going to be a bit earlier from now on, because Friday's the day I drop the kids off, do the grocery hauls, come home, and then I just clean and tidy and prep for the weekend. So I do have groceries. I spent just over $120 this week. They did have a discount code, spend $150 and get $20 off. I think it's really interesting that inflation has caused prices of things to go up, but Coles have been consistent, and I'm pretty sure others have too, like Woolworths, have been consistent with their discount codes. I know their sales have reduced down, but if you go into a grocery store, you don't get the online sales. You do get the reduced items on clearance, but I could pop in anytime and grab that and just grab like my staples online and get the discount code. So that's one thing that if you are thinking, man, everything's going up, I'm struggling, try online, maybe when they have the discount codes, and then when the discount codes aren't happening, go into store and find the things that are on clearance or reduced or about to expire, and then buy them and freeze them and that sort of thing. But I'll get you into today's grocery haul. It's not a big one today. There's nothing out of the usual for it. I am about to go vote, although voting is tomorrow. We actually do it like beforehand, so I'm going to a pre-poll voting booth, and then after that I'm going to go into Officeworks and buy the pens to write on my whiteboards. The boards have been up for 2 weeks and I haven't written on them, and I like a very particular pen. If you want to know the pen it is, I'll do like a screenshot on my Instagram page, so you can see the pens I like to use. They're fine tip, they're really nice. I'm going to go buy those. So let me turn you around and show you the groceries for this week. I was a very clever girl this week. I only got 3 lots of milk. We're just not going through it as much, I think, going into winter. But then again, going into winter, I tend to like make more custards and bread and butter pudding and that sort of, anyway, whatever. I got 3 lots of milk this week. I got puff pastry. I'm going to be doing some, do you remember the other week when I bought the chuck steaks? I want to make up that stew. They're sitting underneath all of that. Anyway, inside there, I've got those 2 large packets of chuck steaks. I'm gonna be making a stew, and then I'm gonna turn some of it into meat pie, so I need puff pastry. And then I'm also gonna make some homemade sausage rolls. Prep them, don't cook them, freeze them, and then when guests come over or the kids want a snack, I put them straight into the oven or the air fryer and cook them up. And I do love the Pampers pastry. I have been asked a lot, because when I open my freezer, you guys will see, don't mind the ice blocks there. This container here is actually a Pampers container to store your puff pastry in. My nana gave that to me when she done a massive clean out and was downsizing and got rid of it. I think it was a mistake she made, because it's a great container and she still does cooking. I don't know where she got it from, but I have heard you can buy other containers that can actually fit the puff pastry in. So if anyone knows where, I've been told Spotlight might have them. Maybe just Google Pampers pastry container and something might come up. I get asked a lot and I don't know. So if you do know, please leave comments so other people can read it and find out where to get them from, because I think it's the best thing to have in the freezer. You don't get the freezer burn. It packs up really well. I think it's a container worth getting if you do have puff pastry. Yogurts this week. So I got the Yoplait strawberry flavor. Now with more fruit. I think it's got a different formula or cooking or different ingredients to it. I'm hoping it still tastes the same thick creaminess. We'll see how that goes. I do like the Yoplait. I find it more creamier and thicker compared to the Coles brand one. I probably need to do another check on the prices of them. I think it used to be about 45 cents difference between the two. I'm not too sure if that one's gone up more or if the Coles one has gone up. I got custard. This is the only chocolate custard I could get at Coles, and this stuff is thick. Like, you could make a tart out of it. It is a thick, rich custard. It says rich chocolate double thick custard. I didn't want that. I wanted like a pouring chocolate custard. So for movie night tonight, because this is the kids' treat for tonight, I'm actually going to put like a couple of spoonfuls in a bowl, add some milk, or I do have, or I don't know if this will make it too rich again, cream from last week. So I might put in some cream just to sort of make it into more of a not as thick and rich kind of a custard for the kids. That's the only one I could get. I'd love to get the Paul's one, like the pouring one, but they just don't have any. Whether they make it or not, I don't know, but the Coles I go to, the 2 Coles I've been to, they don't sell it. Olive spread, as per usual. This is our favorite. Well, favorite because I love the price, and favorite because husband does like eating it. It's the Coles brand olive spread. It is really nice, and it's almost half the price of some of the other brands, or at least $1 or $2 cheaper than the other brands. And we go through a lot. My husband has toast, the kids have sandwiches, I do cooking with it. We go through that tub in a week. So again, a long time ago when I was looking at how I can reduce prices down, I went to Coles brand for my washing powder, and then I found things like these here can actually be quite expensive, like $4 or $5 a tub a week, and I can bring it down to like $2. I'm halving it. So definitely play around with some brands. Some things I don't like to change the brands of. I love the Pampers puff pastry. I prefer this one, but I tried the Coles home brand olive spread, and I think it is very similar to some of the other brands, and it's saving me. So this is a massive win. I got my chicken mince. This is the mince I use to do my crumbed chicken. This is it here, the chicken, 100% chicken breast mince. I think it was 2 for $11. It used to be 2 for $10, which is fine. An extra $1, I get my 2 for $10. I've actually taken one out yesterday from the freezer because we're actually gonna be doing the crumb chicken tonight for dinner. So those 2 will actually go straight into the freezer as backups when they don't have any in store, I can't be bothered doing groceries this week, or I'm over budget because I've bought other things on sale. I will have 2 lots of chicken mince in my freezer waiting to go. Very handy. We will be doing tacos this week. I've got the kit. Did I buy the kit last week or the week before? So I got that from a while ago, but that's the kit I bought the other week. Remember, just the taco shells, and I've got, don't look inside there, but I do have taco seasoning just there, and I do have a jar, oh, there it is, the jar of the salsa laying on its side. So that'll be our dinner this week, and then with the leftover sour cream, well, actually, the sour cream I'm gonna use tomorrow. We've got friends coming over for a barbecue. I'm gonna do like some baked potatoes. It's actually very cold where we are. For where we are, it's cold. It's not freezing, but for where we are in the hot climates, we're actually a bit chilly today. I'm gonna do some baked potatoes on the barbecue and then put a dollop of sour cream in it while you have a nice salad and a juicy steak on the side. So I've got sour cream there. This is my guilty pleasure this week. These were 2 for $5. These are my favorite Tim Tams. These ones here are the chewy caramel. I put them in the fridge, and they're just really nice to enjoy with a cup of tea, which I'm going to do while I edit this video and get it up for you guys. So I'm going to hide 1 packet from myself because I will eat a packet of these in the course of a day or 2. I really don't have good portion or self-control when it comes to these. I'm gonna hide a packet from myself, and then the other packet will just go in the fridge, and as I eat it, that's it, it's gone. I pretend it's not there, and then I'll surprise myself in a few weeks and be like, that's right, I bought another packet, and then I'll down that packet too. Fruit and veg this week. Raspberries were not too bad. They were $4.50 a punnet. Blackberries and blueberries were far too expensive, like $7, $8 a punnet, and my son would go through them in like 2 or 3 days, and it's just too expensive, given that he would then just want more and more and more, and I can get more longevity out of different types of fruit per kilo. So we've got kiwi fruit. He does love kiwi fruit. The pink lady apples. My daughter loves the pink lady apples. They're very sweet. My husband loves green apples, so I got him green apples. I do need to pop out and get some pears and some mandarins. I did forget to get them this shop, so before I pick the kids up this afternoon, I'll grab some pears and some mandarins. My children have decided for some reason, whether they heard someone or they've just decided, their brains decided to switch off. They don't like grapes at the moment. So those really juicy grapes I got the other the week. I get to enjoy them with my husband, maybe with some cheese and crackers tonight. But I've grabbed some watermelon. Watermelon's a good price point this week. The other week it was like $4 a kilo. I think this is like $2 something a kilo, or $1.89 a kilo. So I grabbed that. My kids do like that, and they will eat that, whether it's hot and sunny or freezing cold. Bananas for the weekend. Tomatoes, I've got plenty of tomatoes. I maybe didn't need to get these because tomatoes are very expensive, but I eat tomatoes like an apple. I cut them in half, I cover it in salt, and I sit there and devour it. And I can do the same with the whole cucumber. I can cut a cucumber up, cover it in salt, and I'll just chomp away at it. It's a weird thing I have. Another fun fact about me, I had girlfriends over the other week, and I had a fruit platter, and I cut up some kiwi fruit, and I just picked up the wedge of kiwi fruit and ate it with the skin on. And my girlfriend looked at me, that's a bit soft there. My girlfriend looked at me in horror, and she's like, "Did you just eat the skin of a kiwi fruit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've always done it. It's got like packed of vitamin C. It's something my dad done." And I just like, you know, you rub the hairs off and you eat it. And she was mortified. But it's interesting because my daughter will only eat apples like an orange. So I cut them into wedges, and she only eats the inside. She won't eat the skin, whether it's a red or a green apple. She eats them. She won't eat the skin of any fruit, where I cut her a pear or something, where I'll literally eat the skin of any fruit. Fun fact right there for you all. I got a capsicum, I got my broccoli, and I got my cucumbers and zucchini. So pretty stock standard fruit and veg this week. We're a pretty consistent family. I didn't buy a lot in the veggie department because we actually still have quite a few beans left over. So these will actually get all consumed tonight, and the leftover of that broccoli, that'll all get consumed tonight when we do the chicken. I'm actually very impressed with these containers here on how well the stuff in here has actually stayed fresh. These are the containers from Kmart, but they're like a really, really big, deep container. I don't know I want to say like 4 liters or something. Yeah, they'd be about 4 liters. But they're fantastic. They've got like a little air vent on top. They've got like a grate, so any moisture can sit underneath in the bottom, and it's got like a plug where you can empty it out if you needed to. So these containers have been really, really good. These ones here are from Pull & Co, which are just as good as well, to be honest. The same sort of a process. These are all the grapes I'm gonna have to eat. So I didn't need to get a lot of fruit and veg this week because I do have those there, and I did clean my freezer out. The video will come up on Sunday. And I just organized all of my frozen fruit and veg. I don't have a lot because, let me break it down for you. They're the Brussels sprouts I didn't love cooking with, so I'm gonna use them to roast with the pork. Did I tell you? I'm gonna make a roast pork tomorrow night. That came in last week's grocery shop, and best before the 26th. I've got plenty of time to use that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow night. Big roast pork. Oh, I should do a roast pork for lunch tomorrow. Let's do barbecue. This is actually the designated dog frozen veggies, and then all I've got is peas and corn, and then a thing of corn. So I would like to do a bit more in the frozen veggie department. My fruit department, this is all my frozen fruit in here, is doing really well. It's all the bought stuff, and then I contained a few things up in there as well. So I didn't need to buy any veggies this week, so I was able to keep my bill down quite well. But maybe next week I'll bump it up again. So the other week when I spent like $220 and saved like $100, that was amazing. But my budget's about 170 at the moment, to be honest. I've reworked it out, and realistically we're sitting about 170. That's just how the price of things have gone up. So I need to get it back down. So this week, spending the $23, I've brought my average back down over the past couple of weeks, so I'm really happy with that. That's how I work things out. Our bread, as per usual, I mean, do you find this boring that I say every week? My bread as per usual. Every week we get the bread. Maybe I need to mix it up a bit. I'm hoping to actually I actually had to lose my sourdough starter. Let me turn you around. When we moved, my husband cleaned out the fridge, and this sourdough starter is no longer with us. So I'm going to start my sourdough starter again. I need a week to let it ferment, and then I might start making some sourdough again. We're still going to have this bread every week because my son has this for lunches and they have it for toast, and they do prefer it. The sourdough, I think, it's a bit too hard and crunchy for them, and it does have that sour taste. I don't think the kids love it, but I'm gonna get back into doing some sourdough breads, like my garlic infused one with some rosemary, the plain one. I've got one that I had like roasted capsicum going through, and it's winter, so there's nothing better in winter than having like the oven hot and fresh bread coming out to warm up the house. So that will be happening down the track, but back to groceries. Potatoes, they were the cheapest this week, and I have gone through quite a few from last week's bag. So those ones there will get used tomorrow for the baked potatoes because they're like washed, and then these ones we'll use throughout the week to do like mashed potato and boiled potatoes for the kids and that kind of thing. Nappies, we're on our way. My son is on his way out of needing these ones here. So hopefully I'll only end up needing Little Misses, and I did find Little Miss. She was getting, I was buying the Huggies ones that were half price, and it was a great deal, but she was starting to get a really bad rash. So I switched to the really cheap, I think it's CUA at Coles. It's their, I don't know what it stands for, but it's the Coles brand's Nappies. And she is doing really, she only has them for like night times, and she's doing really well in them. And they're a very good price point. So I bought like a bulk bag of them. I think there was like 50, so it gives me like 50 nights worth of nappies. So you won't see me buying Huggies. I'll be going back and buying the CUA ones for her, which is fantastic, so I don't have to wait for Huggies to go onto sale. Dog chews. My dog loves these here, chicken tenders. They're literally just dried chicken breast. These are really expensive, but they were on sale this week, so I grabbed those. They're like they look like a chicken tenderloin. Are they chicken breasts or chicken tenderloins? Chicken tenders? Does it really matter? Either way, they come out about the size of a tenderloin once they're all dried up, but we cut it into 3 so she gets like a nice little treat, so she's not gobbling the whole thing up, because she would gobble the whole thing up. She used to, and we've got to watch her weight because she's slowed down and she's not exercising as much. You guys know last week I talked about needing more flour. Our school is actually doing a drive for the canteen, so one of these flours is actually going to go to the school, and the other one I'm going to add to my flour collection, and I'm happy with how well that is sitting up the top there. So one will go for me, one will go for the school, and that is grocery haul for the week. Now, I'm not going to food plan dinners for the week. I think I've given you a run through on dinners, like, you know, I've got the chicken mince, and I've got stuff in the fridge, and I've got, where was it? We're gonna do tacos one night here. They are some sausages. Friends coming over for a barbecue tomorrow. I've actually got these left over from the other week, which is some chicken kebabs. These were on clearance for like $4. They're usually like 12 for the pack I got, like it was a huge pack. So I've got plenty of stuff to get me through the week. I've got spag bowls there. I've got that roast chicken I bought about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I've got some pre-made dinners here. This is some honey mustard chicken and veg. There's enough things to get us through. So I need to get my pen sorted to get this sorted, and then I'll be doing some proper dinner planning ideas with you when stock is getting low. I started organizing the kitchen the other day, so I've done under the sink and I've done inside the freezer. So as I work my way around and clear out this kind of thing, you're going to see a bit more organization coming on my board for what stock's getting low, what we need, probably better planning and better use of things I've got in the home as well, just to maximize stuff before it goes off, or just so things aren't sitting too long in the pantry. Some of these things are like no expiry date, but I mean, you don't want something sitting there for like 4 years in a container. You'd kind of want to rotate it and eat it and bring in the new stock when the sales are happening. So I'm slowly going to be getting that for that kind of stuff. But that is today's grocery haul. It's not a big one, but I'm really happy with what I spent with groceries this week. Like, I'm actually really happy with what I got. I got enough stock apart from my pears and mandarins. I'm really happy with my grocery haul this week, and there is a treat over there for me, the Tim Tams sitting there waiting for me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I think it's a really great grocery haul for the price I spent, because there was that discount code. So again, if you're struggling or you're having to pull things out of your grocery cart, or you get to the grocery line when you go in store and you think, man, that was expensive, check out the online, Coles, Woolies, or whoever else does discount codes like this. And maybe when the discounts come up, up, use it that week and just see what you think. I do click and collect because delivery is only free for over $200, I think now. It used to be $150, but now it's $200, and I hate paying for delivery on things. I just think, well, if I can just swing past and grab the groceries, I'll swing past and grab the groceries and spend the extra 10 minutes unloading and bringing it in and collecting it and putting it in the car. That's just how I work. So I kind of think, well, if it's going to cost me $4, $8, $10, $50 a month, $30 a month for groceries, that can actually be put to other things, more food, nappies for little miss, outings that could be like a takeaway dinner fortnightly for $30 or something. You kind of get the message I'm putting across there for not wanting to pay for delivery. But that's the grocery haul for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna get this video up to you very, very soon while I'm sitting down having a Tim Tam and a cup of tea, because it's actually a bit chilly today, as you can tell. I've got layers on, which is actually nice to see because the rain is coming back, but at the moment it's just cold. It's not too wet. I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll talk soon. Bye.